Bonjour, welcome back to my French YouTube channel. So today we are going to understand one of the most complicated topics of French, which is pronom personnel. Why it becomes so confusing? Because sometimes double pronouns are there. There are 6 types of pronouns. Sometimes we get really confused in which sentence we are supposed to write which pronoun. So we're going to understand all of it with the help of a question that I've written on the screen. Step by step, I'm going to decode all the pronouns. You can see 5 sentences I've already written. 5 more sentences I will be writing on the spot. Okay, that means I will be just writing it once we complete the first 5 sentences. So if you are still not sitting with your French practice notebook, just pause this video, go and get a notebook for yourself, and then do this question along with me. So let's quickly get started with the topic pronom personnel. Remplacer le nom par des pronoms personnels. The first sentence that I have is J'ai vu Marie hier soir. If you see the sentence J'ai vu Marie hier soir, how does the sentence look like? Okay, I'm going to leave some space in between. How is the sentence, see the structure of the sentence. Subject pronoun. There is a verb. There is a noun that is underlined that needs to be replaced. Okay. So how can we identify this? Okay. If you see the sentence, it is subject, verb, and object. Marie's object. In between, there is no preposition. So if there is no preposition, that means it's the case of COD. Okay. I've already made the video on pronom personnel where I have discussed all the pronouns. So if you are at 0 point and you don't really know what are personal pronouns, first go and watch that video so that this video makes some sense to you. Okay. At least you should have prior basic knowledge to understand this video. Okay. J'ai vu Marie hier soir. So there is no preposition. That means the sentence is of COD. First thing. Second important thing is you see the structure of the sentence. Is the sentence in present tense? Is it in passé composé? Is it in imperative? You see the structure. Okay. So if you see my sentence, it is in passé composé. So j'ai vu Marie. Marie will be replaced with COD. And in passé composé, we always write the pronoun before the first verb. So how our sentence is going to look like? Je l'ai vu with an E. Hier soir. Okay, with E. Can you see the C? What is the C, everybody? What is the C? This E is accords. In passive composes COD, we always write accords. Accords are according to the word that is underlined. Marry is feminine. That is why I've written view with an E. Okay. Let's move on to the second sentence. Isabelle va parler à Denis demain. So if you see Isabelle, the starting of the sentence, the word is underlined. That means there is no subject pronoun. This is the case of pronom sujet. So Isabelle will be replaced with elle. If you see the continuation of the sentence, elle va parler à Denis. À Denis. So whenever the sentence has a preposition and person is there, okay, the chances are, unless and until it's not an exception, the chances are that we're going to write COI, complément d'objet indirect. So now see the structure of the sentence. The structure of the sentence is two-verb sentence where second is an infinitive. So whenever it's an infinitive, your pronoun is going to come directly before the infinitive. So the sentence will be elle va lui parler demain. So Dennis is replaced with Louis. And Louis I have written before the second verb, okay, because it's a two-verb sentence. Let's move on to the next one. Nous mangeons beaucoup de fruits chez nos grands-parents. So, beaucoup de fruits. Whenever de is there, we always write an adverb of quantity is there, we always write at en. We always write it at excusez-moi, I have a very bad throat, okay? So, nous mangeons beaucoup de fruits. So, whenever it's an adverb of quantity, we always write en. So, nous mangeons beaucoup, and we also note down beaucoup in the sentence. You have to copy beaucoup in the sentence. Let's move on to the next pronoun, which is she, no grand parent. Now, what happens most of the time as a student, we see this no grand parent and we write the new line, okay, chez nous. But it's not chez nous, it's not at our place. It is still the third person plural, okay? Nous mangeons beaucoup de fruits chez nos grands-parents. So we eat a lot of fruits at our grandparents' place. We eat a lot of fruits chez eux, at their place, okay? Moving on to the next one. So it was present tense, so I've written one before, and then it was pronotonique. That is why I've written after the preposition. Elle a fini par offrir des fleurs aux parents. So think about this sentence, two replacements again. Elle a fini par offrir des fleurs aux parents. So two replacements. Think about this sentence. What do you think? What will be the answer? Yes, okay. So for des fleurs, the answer is D preposition, so it's en. Au parent, again, it's COI. So in COI, we're going to write, if it's parent plural, we're going to write leur. Okay, so out of en and leur, which is going to come first? Leur, très bien, okay. So again, it's passive composite sentence. Elle, leur, on, a, fini par, offrir. Okay, like this. Let's move on to the next sentence. Benoit cherche sa tante à la gare. So sa tante, again, no preposition, so COD. À la gare, gare is a place, so why? Okay, Benoit li cherche. Okay, so we've written this COD and why. Okay, because of gare. Gare is station. A preposition with places, we always write E. Okay, E means why. Okay, let's move on to few more sentences. If, for example, your sentence is, say, Peter qui achète des fleurs. Okay, par exemple. So say Peter qui achète des fleurs. So now, if I tell you to replace Peter, it will be replaced with say and son. If followed by person, we always write pronom tonique. So say Louis qui achète des fleurs. Okay. Let me just give you one more I'll do, and then I'll give you three sentences to practice on your own so that you can put the answers in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to check them. Okay. When few sentences you do with me and two, three sentences you practice on your own, then you're able to actually identify whether you understood the topic or not. Okay. So let me give you more sentences. Elle est venue de France. Okay. So this one I'm doing for you. D preposition, we would write en, and what's the structure? It's passive composite. So L, mm, O, A, venue. Okay, because passive composite, so we're going to write before the first one. Let me give you three more sentences. Moi et mes amis. Okay. So I want you to replace this. I'm underlining it. I want you to replace moi et mes amis. Il a pensé à sa mère. Okay. I'll just put the accents. Okay, one more very important thing that's been asked from me by the students. Many of the students, they keep asking, ma'am, marks are being cut for accents in board exam. No, marks are not really cut in board exam unless and until the word is not changing the meaning of with the accent, the word meaning is not changing. For example, if there is OU, okay, OU with an accent, without an accent means or. with an accent. Right now, the accent is not coming here, but with accent, if accent is there, it means where. So when the meaning is altogether changing just because of the accent, in that case, marks are definitely cut. But I would request you to keep revising the accents. It's not difficult to remember them if you keep seeing the words again and again. So it's better if you remember them and put them correctly. Okay. Otherwise, there are no hard and fast rules of cutting marks in board exams. Okay. Last part. Last part, just let me just give you El vamos to the show. Don't the show. Okay. So I've given you three more parts to practice. Okay. Put it down in the comments below your answers and feel free to message me if you want me to make video of any other topic. I would love to make that. And keep practicing. If you have any doubt, you can even put that in the comments below and I'll be more than happy to help. Au revoir.